Hello and welcome back to Factorio, where the theme is I forget about time and always go beyond 30 minutes, and yes, because I have so much fun. But regardless, I'm going to try to remember, but I'm not going to promise. This most likely because it's not a likely thing to happen that I'm going to remember, and yes. Anyway, what we are going to do is ammo production. A better ammo production. A much betterer production of ammo, which require us to use more space. Now, having the gear thingy here is fine. Not sure, because the thing is, I want to make the piercing rounds. That means I need steel and copper. I'm going to just check. Right, one. Right. It's like that. I didn't realize that's how it was. Doesn't really make it any better, but sure. Like, it's going to look like this. And the middle one will feed the two outer ones, and that way you will get piercing rounds. But where to put it? Like, that's the big question. Where do I put this? I could just do it here. Like, I could do that. Like, there's nothing stopping me really to do that. Other than my own self. Yeah, let's do... Sure, let's do it here. It's fine. Now, I'm not sure how, because we need more than like one of these to produce enough piercing rounds. I might just mirror it, like have the output like this and just mirror it. And have... We can't squeeze it more like that way. I need explosives, and they require a bunch of other stuff like oil and shit. Should probably make some oil refineries and chemical plants at this point. Let's make them in our pocket. Let's do some pocket crafting. We haven't done that in a while. Complete lie, but still. We can actually get it around, because the thing is, we need this to come here. Like this. And because we do need the copper and the steel, so it's perfect that it's both on this. I'm going to have to do this. Now we need iron plates as well. So that means we are going to have to do a bit of finagling if we want this to go where we want it. Now, what I'm going to do here is have an output priority of iron only, because we only want iron. We don't want the other shit. So let's do this. Or the other stuff, maybe I should say. Be a bit less vulgar, but hopefully you don't mind. I'm the kind of guy who I don't really take offense to anything. Most likely because I ignore people. There we go. That should be fine. That should be absolutely fine. Ah, we go. We now have ammunition production, and it's not the crappy one, it's the better one. It's the less bad one. This means we can actually remove this up here. Now, I'm not going to like run around the whole belt loop to remove the ammunition. I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen. So we are going to have a bunch of ammunition, which is going to be crap before the good one is used. Let's remove that and that. Is it possible to... I'm just going to quickly see, like check. Can I do this like... Oh, I might not get it over here. But if I use red, I might be able to. Yeah, if I use red underground, I might be able to get it from here to here. That way I can sneak, like... Let's remove forest. We have a bunch of grenades. Let's use them. We might be able to go this way. Unless it's solid. No! Great! Right, like the frost flakes. Great! That commercial was really... Like, there were a bunch of good commercials in the 19s, but that one... Like, that was just so bad. Though nowadays it's like never a good commercial. But I'm not sure. I might be wrong. While it is subjective, like it is what I personally think, so it differs from person to person. But I haven't watched TV in like forever. I don't even remember how long ago it was, so I might not know the awesome new commercials, but since I watch YouTube, I see them anyway, so probably not that out of date. But let's remove these. I should probably replace the power poles with a long distance one. The big electric poles. We have some ammunition at this point on us. Removing this iron belt is going to be very beneficial. That means we aren't splitting the belt or having a splitter slowing down the feed. What I'm going to do is just do the bend a bit further up. There we go. Might redo the steel one as well, but we'll see. Did it wrong. That's fine. Oh, not besides it. Oh, this is a weak point. The gun turret is almost dead. We are going to have to fix that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we are going to have to fix that. Pronto. Let's run up to the car. Now, I think we have finished all the stuff when it comes to the production. Except the rails, but we have like 3K rails laying around. Or rather, we have more than that laying around. So, let's take the car and carefully drive through things here and up to the wall. Yes. This is something you are going to have to be on top of. The maintenance, the adding of new turrets. Let's turn on the autofill. Yeah, you are going to have to add turrets. Like, that is something that you're gonna have to do. The reason why I'm doing the whole red underground belt at this here in my pocket is because I want to remove this snaky bit here. See if we can get from here. Yeah, just barely. Let's move this. Now, this ammunition is not going to be wasted because I picked it up. It's going to be used and put into stuff of great things. And as you can see, this way I can actually put down more turrets, which will be very good and very useful. Now, I am going to add a bit of turrets up here, since we happen to know that there is biters. What I don't need. Well, there we go. 6 I found found is a very good amount of walls to safely drive through an opening. But yeah, as you can see, there's a base. There was no base before, but there is now. Yeah. And that's how it is when you have expansion on. They will repopulate areas and move into new areas, and so you are going to have to be careful. You are going to have to repair stuff. Even if it doesn't look like there's any biters anywhere, they probably have moved in by the time you have relaxed a bit. And then they are going to come and wreck your stuff if you're not careful. Now, what we do want to do is a bit of oil. Because at this point we do need to do it, but I think what we should do is actually do this black science first. So let's take a look at how it's laid out and look at what we are going to need. Now, if we look at the top one, it might be hard to see, so I'm going to zoom it in a bit more. If we look at the top belt, there are icons for coal, which means we are going to need coal. The reason is because of the grenades. The grenades needs coal. This means we need to put coal on the bus. Not a lot, but some. And it's a perfect fit into this fourth one over here. So let's move it in there. Probably just do this. There we go. Making a bit more space for like the 4 over here. So if we want even more, we can actually put it in. Now I do need some more underground belts. I am going to have to move this. There we go. Same thing up here. There we go. Because we need to like do this, we can't have a splitter or rather underground belt or stuff in the way. So, and we need to put in the coal. We need the coal. Bunch of undergrounds. There we go. We have very few belts. And we probably should try to move this in a different, from a different place, like this. And yes, this is very snaky and whirly and weird. But it is going to have to do for now. There we go. Now, we are still feeding the furnaces first because of how the splitter is set up by using the output priority right. So it pushes all the coal to keep this belt full and then fills the rest of the system. Now, it looks like these aren't enough to produce, but it's not dwindling, thankfully. This one is empty. This is empty. This whole... No, not a whole row, but a lot of them are empty. This one is empty. This is empty. This is empty. Empty. No, that wasn't empty. No. There we go. Let's take a peek. Making sure to go over like where there's miners to see if they have an expected resource of nothing. Like there's no icon or like anything like you can see here. The expected resources, there's nothing there, so that means there's nothing for this like electric mining drill to pick up, which means you need to move it. I am going to do this. Let's do this. And I probably should... I'm not sure what to do with these like spots over here. Right, that's no-go end. Let's run through here. I think that's all we can put down. Let's go try to go as tall as possible here because right. Need more belts. There we go. There's no expected resources from there, so no point in doing that. Nothing there. Okay. What I'm going to do is a bit of a splitter thing here. Maybe I should move this. There. And this is a bit of a splitter thing to balance stuff. Not something you actually need to do. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. If you can think of some way of getting the results you want, that's the way. That's completely fine. But most of all, I'm probably gonna have to say that if you're having fun, you're doing it right. It doesn't matter if it's efficient. It doesn't matter if it's inefficient or like just way bad, or like how good the factory is doesn't matter. If you're having fun, that's the important thing. Now if you like if you're having fun calculating the ratios and doing all the like math stuff, which you can do in the game, then yeah, that's the way for you. But it's not going to be the way for everyone. So, and especially if you're a new player and haven't played the game and don't know all the stuff of how you do stuff and like what is efficient and what is inefficient, like you don't know anything of that, you don't know any layouts, you're just building, you're just having fun, then there's not a thing that you're doing it wrong. If you're having fun, you're doing it right. Now, most likely after a while you will try to like improve the things you have done, even if you don't look up videos, you don't look up like layouts or blueprints or anything. you will come to a point where you try to improve stuff, and sooner or later you will find that many things is very similar to what I'm doing right here. Now, building efficient is not necessarily done in one way. You can do it in many, very many, like various kinds of ways, depending on what the result you want and what the goal is. Like, if your goal is a speedrun, yeah, you are going to have to build a certain way. Like, that's just the way it is. But if you're not speedrunning, then yeah, you're not going to build like a speedrunner, because there's no point. Like, you don't have to, so why should you? We have 4 more minutes. I'm absolutely going to try not to go over, but we'll see. As I said, I'm not going to keep any promises, but we are going to build this, or at least start building this. I do want a bit of space. I probably do want like 2 assembler machines of space in between. Now I can build it right here if I want to, and I probably should. Yeah, and the theme with these are that they output to the right where they input, and I don't want it, so I'm just going to flip it. And other than that, I think we are going to, like, we do need that. I need more transport belts. I need more underground belts. I need a bunch of stuff, so we're going to pick them up. I'm going to leave those. Don't need to pick up them, but let's over here, right? I did them way over here. I'm not going to need a ton, but some. There we go. The good thing about these is that you can just run to a chest, pick up what you want, and it's going to fill up the chest. So when you need more of it, you just run out to the chest, pick up what you want, and you're set. And that was a bit rhymey, but that just makes it better. And I'm going to do this. I do need a bit of like measuring tools. No, we can delete this. We have done all those ones, so we should be okay. And should look like something like this, and have this one here and these like that, right? No, this one should be there. That's correct, right? No. Why not? Why is this incorrect? Are you serious? Like, is it because it's... Oh, it's because it's level 2. Okay, so I'm gonna have to... Right. Let's queue up a bunch of those. Because we are going... Yeah, it is. And we are perfect for time. I remembered. So, I'm just going to cut here and start the next one to continue this building of the grey science or black science or military grade science or military pack science pack or whatever you want to call it. But thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.